Hey, Package 2. Sorry, I forgot to unmute. What do you mean? If you said something I couldn't hear. I didn't say anything. I usually don't say anything before the game appears. So how are you doing today? Also, welcome everyone else. How do you feel with your stuff in your new place? Good. Ah, that's good. Nice to hear. I managed to make the pile of things less daunting. Oh, what did you do? Did you spread them out? Okay, well that's a good technique. I usually just stack things up in. I've got plastic cases, boxes. Let's just stack them up. I've grown to love those plastic boxes. I remember, like 30 years ago, my mother discovering them. So it's more livable, and it gives us a bit less pressure to get everything sorted at once. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You gotta be able to move around and do stuff. Yeah. That said, I don't take you for the... We should get some plastic boxes. Ah yeah, very, very useful to be able to know what's inside before you open them. I didn't take you to be someone who would have a lot of stuff. But, you know, sometimes it just happens. So I've been tweaking my microphone. I hope it's gonna be alright. I think we should try and start this game. Oh yeah, we were at his place. Alright. I think we saw everything. I've been wondering. Look at this guy over there. I've been wondering, was Kazuma's mission to be Van Zieg's apprentice? I wonder. Hey, what if I present that to him? The armband. Oh. I know you've seen this around my arm before, but what is it exactly? It's the mark of a defense lawyer. In Japan, at least. And what's your reason for showing it to British prosecutor? Prosecutor? Yeah. Oh, well, I don't know, really. I can understand, at least. There's merit in reminding yourself of who helped you become what you are today. Oh, but that's a personal matter. Something you may want to keep close at all times. Not something to flaunt. No, I suppose not. Thank you for understanding, though. Is his cross thing similar? Probably. It's be really. Oh wait. We have to look at the. Can we look at this guy again? That portrait really dominates the room, doesn't it? There it is. It's over there. The cross. It's a very majestic outfit and pose, but sadly, whoever painted it didn't do a very good job of capturing Lord Van Ziek's facial features. Oh yes, you're right. I mean, it's not far off, but the artist has exaggerated his subject's handsomeness, I think. Is it Lord Van Ziek's brother? Oh, that reminds me. I heard Emperor Napoleon of France order an artist to make him look more attractive when they painted it. Oh yeah. Oh, how vain. That's really not an attractive quality in a person, is it? That portrait does not depict me. Surely that's immediately obvious. Well, yeah, very obvious. And who is it? I mean, unless it's his father, but it would be weird. I think it's his brother. I want to wait. Let me do something. Sorry. Wait. Give me a sec. Oh god damn it. Need to do something to I'm gonna revert a change I made. Right. Okay. Alright, back to the game. I'm gonna move now. Okay. Where to? Prison? Oh yeah, we have to inform the guy that we are defending him. The Reaper's first years. Oh yeah, we have to talk about the Reaper. They were at the university together. Oh, I understand Lord Van Ziek is a friend of yours from your university days. Oh yes, that's right. He was studying law whilst I was studying science. What was he like back then? Oh, good question. Unassuming, gentlemanly, an all-around nice fellow, really. Oh, wow, that quite changed. Maybe he got bit by a vampire since then. Sorry, I think you misheard me. I'm talking about the cold-hearted, merciless prosecutor, Barak Van Zieks. What was he like when he was at university? Talk about a leading question, Runo. As I said, an unassuming and extremely pleasant gentleman. After all, he is the little darling of the Van Zieks family, with all its great aristocratic origins. Oh, I didn't realize he had quite such noble blood. Little darling? It was a bit of a shock when I came back to Britain and learned what he'd become. The Reaper at the Bailey, no less. Oh yes, that's right. Oh, I did hear though that there was a very big event in his life that completely changed him after graduation. The death of someone very close, maybe? Oh, really? What sort of event? Oh! What? What's going on? Oh, I'm sorry, but I don't know anymore. What? I wasn't in the country at the time. I was in Germany already. Oh, yes, of course. If he's heard all about the Reaper, I really don't have the heart to tell him that Lord Van Zieks will be the prosecutor in court tomorrow. Uh, so, Professor, let me just make absolutely sure I've understood you properly. Um, the huge explosion that occurred yesterday, that was an accident, you're saying? You had no intent to harm the victim, who was in fact the sole investor in your work. Is that correct? As correct as 2 squared is 4. I swear it. Oh, yes. Oh, it's true that the man perished in a machine of my invention. So I know that I'm far from blameless in all of this. But still, oh, he invented it, but someone else built it, so I don't think he should be totally. I mean, the other guy should also be suspect, I think. Oh, I would never use my discoveries, my inventions, to take a person's life, not in a centillion years. Centillion? How many years is that? I am a man of science. It's all I know. You have to believe me, please. Do you believe me? Do you believe in my hypothesis? Hypothesis? Science is the pursuit of truth, you know? I've always believed that all my life. Or maybe we are scientists then. I'm afraid I don't know much about science. All your theories. But I know about truth. But I do believe you, and I will fight to prove your innocence with all my might, which might not be that much. I'm man of the law. It's all I know. You have to believe me, please. Wait, what? I'm not sure what we're saying right now. When I went to live in Germany after I graduated, I learned something very important. Nationality, class, lineage, none of that matters. As long as you try your hardest, you can achieve anything. Well, maybe in theory, but in practice, there might be other factors. Just saying. Oh, thank you for that, Professor. And thank you in advance for defending me tomorrow in court. Alright, Bruno, it's time. Time to visit the great exhibition. Alright, well, stay there. We're gonna have fun now. Sorry? Well, that's where the incident happened, isn't it? Ah, yeah, it's not just fun, it's work. Oh, yes, I suppose that's true. Time to investigate at last. Alright, let's go. A new location has been added. Experimentation stage. 22nd of October. The Great Exhibition. Grounds. The Great Exhibition Grounds. Foot of the Crystal Tower. The showgrounds are a little too big for my liking. We've been walking around in dense crowds for 2 hours now, and I felt myself swooning 3 times. Oh, there are a lot of people out there. I've almost been trodden on 3 times too. Trodden. Oh, be careful, won't you, Iris? Don't let go of my hand. Oh, she must be so small. Reminds me of Miss Green. She was on a box. We finally made it through the throngs, though, by the look of it. Here we are, underneath the public experimentation stage, where the explosion happened yesterday. Oh. Wait, what? Someone is not saying anything? What? So, I was wondering, was there a great exhibition? Is this a real thing? Did it happen in London? I know there was one in Paris, but I'm not sure if there was one in London. Oh, I don't know, maybe. What? What's that? Yeah. I can hear voices from up the stage. Up on the stage. It sounds like an argument. Well, it didn't sound like much, but okay. Right, I've had it with you this time. I'm warning you. I'll arrest you in a minute. Oh, fuck. Oh, God's sakes. I need to remember her voices. From Wikipedia, the Great Exhibition of the Works of Industry of All Nations, also known as the Great Exhibition or the Crystal Palace. Oh yeah, it wasn't Crystal Tower, it was Crystal Palace. In reference to the temporary structure in which it was held, was an international exhibition which took place in Hyde Park, London, from the 1st of May to the 15th of October. 1st May to October? How many months is that? May, June, July, August, September, October. 6 months? It was the first in a series of World's Fair. Oh, it was the first one. Exhibitions of culture and industry that became popular in the 19th century. Wait, but it's... I don't remember what year it is, but I don't think it's very clear. 1851. Well, that must be around that. I thought it was... It's not the turn of the century there. Oh, I got to remember her voice. Go on then, Spectre. Oh, I don't know. Oh yeah. Oh, go on then, Spectre. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. You ain't going no evidence. You know it. Oh, Oh yeah. Go on then, Spectre. Give it a shot. You ain't got no evidence. I know you know it. Wait, I know those voices. You've got a cheeky little mouth on you, young lady. But a night in the cells would teach you some manners. Just try it. I dare you. If you want that bag of chips rammed down your throat. Ah, there it is. Woohoo! Grixie! What are you doing up there? I think we should go up there. Oh! Oh! Oh, it's you here? Oh, your ladyship. How are you, your ladyship? I do hope you're well, your ladyship. Does that make her 3 times a lady? I'm not well at all, and it's far too busy everywhere. I wanted to ride in a balloon, but there was a 3-hour queue. Oh, unbelievable. I'll go and have a word for you at once, your ladyship. Oh, you'll be flying as high as a kite in no time once I pull some strings for you. Tobias Gregson. an inspector at Scotland Yard. I don't know why they have to introduce everyone every time. Until recently, he was suspended from duty, but it would appear he's back in action now. Oh yeah, he was suspended because he talked with that guy. Wait, no. Wait. Oh yeah, because the last case was a memory. Oh yeah. Oh god damn it. It's kind of hard to follow. He's actually quite well known, appearing as he does in the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. And for that reason, he can't say a word wrong to those stories author, Iris. But there are limits, surely. Oh, there should be. Hey, watch it, sunshine. Sorry? What give then? Don't tell me you're on this case. Yes, I'm acting for the defense.
So we're here to investigate.
Oh dear me. That's the situation, is it? Is it really that troubling? A measly 5 bob. Is that all you got? You're a lawyer, aren't you? You could stand to carry a bit more copper in your pockets. Mr. Narahado. Narahado. Oh. Hey! That's my last piece of spending money, that is. You can have it back, but then I have to charge you for all the bother. 3 bob. This is Gina Lestrade, a pickpocket, or diver, born and bred in the East End of London. Okay, so we haven't seen her in a while, so she has to be introduced again, yeah. In the case that led to my own suspension 6 months ago. This is the young girl I was defending in court. Oh, what's your problem, Odo? Diver, pickpockets. What's with all the name calling? You want a bag of chips rammed down your throat and all, do you? I thought you were brought to be a diver, Gina. You were just arguing with Inspector Gregson about it, weren't you? I assume you'd be up to your usual tricks here at the showground. Oh, that ain't no way to talk to a lady, although half a year is a long time. People can change. I'm an apprentice now, learning to be a Scotland Yard detective. Really? So you'll have to call me what everyone else does. It's Inspector Lestrade now. Inspector Lestrade. Oh wow. Inspector? That badge is homemade, surely. Is it wood? The inspector part isn't entirely accurate. No one calls for that. For what it's worth, anyway. Investigating is of the cause for all of us. What's that supposed to mean? Right, well, I'll be back up top. You hold the fort down here, alright? Right, sir. This raises a lot of questions. Okay. Hey, a long time no see. About Gina. It was 8 months ago now that I first encountered Gina. Gina, in connection with the case I was working on. At the time, she was living in the East End with a group of other orphans. orphans. Was she? Did we meet the other orphans? I don't remember. She helped all of them to fight for pickpocketing, but then she got embroiled in a murder. I had a lot of time to think in prison. I realized I couldn't go on like I was. The diving weren't working out.
Oh, I'm so pleased to hear it, Jeannie. Well done.
So, you went from being a pickpocket to a detective? Oh, you got it. Good in it. Inspector Lestrade. Sounds like something out of a book, eh? Talk about a sea change. And then there's Iris Oldman to think about. What? Iris's father, do you mean? Yeah, I promised her, didn't I? Promised what? I said I'd get all the police forces around the world to pull out all the stops looking for him. Really? Just a small promise then? Nothing serious. Serious.
Oh, Jeannie, you're so sweet.
So anyway, that's how come I had a go. That's how come I had a go at the test for Scotland Yard. Only trouble is, I don't read so well, do I? Oh, just a small problem, nothing serious.
Oh, and that's when Hurley approaches Grexy and asks for help. So the inspector said he'd take full responsibility for Jeannie and made her sort of apprentice.
Oh, so she's Gregson's apprentice. And, Van Zieks has an apprentice, but we don't. Oh. Oh, that was very magnanimous of Inspector Gregson. And brave.
Oh well, you know Hurley. He enjoys finding ways to make people do what he wants.
Oh yeah, he blackmails everyone. I remember that. The great detective likes digging for dirt, in other words. So, the long and the short of it is, if you got questions about the case, you can ask Inspector Lestrade. Oh. Alright then, Inspector. Actually, there's still a big mystery surrounding Gina. Isn't there? Really?
Oh, what, Rune? What?
Wait, what? So, oh, she reads my mind as well. Oh. Well, 6 months ago, Gina was a defendant in a trial prosecuted by the Reaper. A trial in which she was found not guilty. And yet, here she is still alive. Come on, you're not still on about that, are you? The Legend of the Reaper, or whatever it's called. Cor, you don't have worry. Cor, you don't have worry, Odo. If I didn't have worry, there probably wouldn't be a hole of you left. It's like I told you before, innit? The Reaper's kind of like I'm upstairs, so he knows what I'm like on the inside. What? The Reaper's kind of like I'm upstairs. Like him upstairs. So he knows what I'm like on the inside. That I ain't really done nothing wrong. Okay. Nothing wrong. Might be stretching a point.
Oh, what about Mr. Natsume in Japan? He's perfectly fine, isn't he?
Well, that's true. Perhaps the Reaper is more discerning than I thought. Exactly. So I ain't worried. I'm totally fine. Okay. Yes, to this incident. Or it was out of this world. It was the brainy bloke pulled a bunch of levers on his machine, and suddenly it started billowing smoke. Then it just went pop. I ain't seen a better experiment there yet. Sorry? What do you mean? You saw it, Ginny? With your own eyes? Yeah, of course. The boss is in charge there. And they? Of keeping everything running smooth, I mean. The boss being Inspector Gregson, I suppose. Ah, that's going to take some getting used to. So, all I have to say is that I'm on duty. Oh, I'm on duty. And I can do whatever I want to. Get this, I was up in one of them flying balloons when it happened, watching it from above. When it happened. Oh no! You're so lucky, Jenny. Maybe I should join Scotland Yard too. Oh yeah, do it! You know how to put the boss in his place already, right, Iris? You'd have no trouble at all. Oh, then it's settled. When do I start? That's the plan. No. You can't join Scotland Yard, Iris. Wait, what? Oh, we'll see. Anyway, what I don't understand is this. If the machine exploded so spectacularly, how can Professor Bernie Brain still be claiming that his experiment was a success? Oh, right. Well, it was a success in a way. It was? How can it have been? Successful experiment? Surely, after the whole machine blew up, no one could call the experiment a success. Oh, it's like I said, this sort of work. I mean, yeah, there was a load of smoke in that whooping great bang. But where did you think? They found the victim's body, eh? In the crystal tower over there. Oh, really? Wasn't the man just, thrown away by the explosion? What? In the tower? Is this like this movie? The what's the name of this movie? The Majestic? No, I don't remember the name of this movie. With Christian Bale, I think. Oh, you can see for yourself, can't you? Up there, above the scaffold. Oh, where all the glass is broken, you mean? Yeah, the cage what the victim got in to start with. The cage what the victim got in to start with. Really did get beamed through the air or whatever, and then all the way over there. So, you see? It did kind of work, didn't it? What? I don't believe it. I mean, I don't get the ins and outs of it, but anything's possible, right? With science. Oh, I'll tell you what. You can have this. It's a plan of the experiment that drew up at the yard. Are you sure? Yeah, go on. I had 3 bob off here before, so fair's fair. Oh yeah, I didn't actually give that to you, did I? Sketch of the experiment has been entered into the court record. Okay, let's have a look at that. we have a look at that? Okay, so is that all? I guess we're gonna have to draw stuff on it later on. Okay. Okay, not very useful right now. Not investigation. Something Inspector Gregson said before seemed a little strange. Oh, for what it's worth anyway, investigating it off the cards for all of us.
Oh yes, naughty old Grixie ran off after that without explaining himself.
Alright, that. The boss said no one's allowed to investigate that weird machine who blew up yesterday.
Oh well, that's not fair. We're representing the defendant.
In that case, could you at least tell us what you've learned from your investigations? No, you're not getting it. We ain't allowed to investigate neither. Why? What did the boss call them again? The forensic investigation team, I think. The forensic investigation team? What? Anyway, apart from them lot, no one's allowed to lay a finger on the scene. Bit funny, ain't it? So even Scotland Yard's own detectives can investigate? Yeah, I never heard something like that before. Oh, I thought I could have gone again there on the quiet though, but the boss got me at it. You probably heard them giving me an earful about it before from down here, didn't you? It's not bleeding fair. I think you were giving him as much of an earful back as I remember it. Yeah, well, sometimes I think it's all of them ships what makes him so stubborn. You say something to him, Odo. Go on, see if you can get through to him. He's up on the platform above, above us, is he? Where the machine that exploded is.
Well, we can try, can't we, Uno? Grixie will listen to us.
Oh, he'll listen to you, that's for sure. Okay, we have to examine the scene. What's that?
Oh, look! What's this? A ripped piece of cloth.
Oh, it's not like any fabric I've ever seen before. It's very thick and stiff. Looks extremely durable.
Oh, it's canvas, I think, with some sort of rubber backing. And the edges appear to be a bit charred as well.
Or maybe that means it has something to do with the explosion.
Well, let's make a note of it while Ginny's mid-yawn.
Wait, what? The piece of green cloth has been entered into the court record. A torn piece of canvas-like material backed with rubber that was found under the experimentation stage at the exhibition grounds. There are scorch marks at the edges. Okay, let's we'll have a look at it afterwards. What's that? Debris? For some reason, the ground is damaged in this spot. Look, almost as if there was a fire here or something.
Oh yes, if you look closely, there's some scattered ash and burnt embers too.
Well, I suppose there was a big explosion just above here. People probably wouldn't bat an eyelid at a small fire like this would have. Wait, what? People probably wouldn't bat an eyelid at a small fire like this would have been. Doesn't make any sense. Probably wouldn't bat an eyelid at a small fire like this would have been. Oh. Oh yeah, because if there was just some stuff burning down there, it would have been very small, so people wouldn't have. pattern I did. Okay, alright.
Well, I'm not sure we English are quite that laid back, Bruno.
Okay, what about that? What is that? It look like a foldable crossbow.
Oh, it looks as though somebody dropped something behind the trees just here.
Dropped or hid? Well, if they hid that, well, they did a very bad job at it. It is a crossbow. What is it? Some part of the machine that exploded?
Maybe. It could have fallen from the platform above in the blast, perhaps.
Oh, what's going on here?
Oh, nothing. We're just, you know, enjoying the view.
It would have been a small fire. Oh yeah, well, yeah. I think I'll hang on to this just in case. The mysterious contraption has been entered into the quarter cord. A very curious device found behind a tree under the experimentation stage at the exhibition grounds, almost as if it had been hidden there deliberately. Well, I would say it's been placed there to look like it was hidden, but really to be found, probably. We took it? Alright, alright. The Crystal Tower. Oh, the Crystal Tower. It's certainly an apt name. Can you imagine if there was crystal all over the Eiffel Tower? Imagine the person who has to wash all the glass. It was built to be the focal point of the exhibition, and it definitely is, being so tall and with all that glass. I can't imagine a building like this ever being erected in Japan. Oh, that's going to be some. Well, they have a tower in Tokyo.
Oh, there are a lot of exhibits inside the tower as well, apparently. Of course, there's an observation deck, but there's also an art gallery, a zoo, and a museum.
There's a zoo inside the tower? What? How can they put a zoo in a tower?
But I heard you have to queue for 3 hours just to get through the doors.
Well, at the moment, the shattered glass from the failed experiment may well be the biggest draw.
Oh, and thanks to that accident, the whole tower is shut.
Suddenly it's not the crystal tower anymore, but the crystal glass shower. Is that supposed to be funny?
Apparently everyone's taking to the skies now to look down on the disaster's area from above instead. But there's a 3-hour queue to go up in a balloon now.
Oh, Londoners must be very patient people. Okay. Oh, exhibition. This platform must have been set up for the experiment, I suppose. It's very high up.
About 30 feet above the ground, apparently. That's what a policeman I just spoke to said.
Oh, I don't really understand feet very well. We don't use them in Japan. Oh, I have no idea what kind of measurement they use in Japan. Well, they used. Probably. Oh, I don't know if they're using the metric system now. Oh, probably.
Oh yes, sorry. It's about 9 meters. But soon, you'll have been in London a year, Bruno. It's time you got used to our measurements.
Ah yes, well, this thing is so tall. The spectators at the front would just have seen a wall and nothing else.
Oh, they probably thought they secured the best spot to watch from, only to be disappointed.
But there's a saying in Japan, the darkest spot is right under the lighthouse. Oh, there are many sayings in Japan. I feel like it probably applies here. Okay, I think... Oh, it can look up. Okay. Okay. Oh, balloons! I've been meaning to ask you for one now, but... What are those funny round blobs floating in the sky? The guy is... He doesn't know. And he's not any more surprised than that. That's weird.
Oh, they're the flying balloons I've been talking about. I want to go up in one so much.
I've read about a situation like this in the magazine about strange phenomena. Creatures from outer space coming in around, flying objects to attack Earth.
What?
I suppose inhabitants of other planets are bound to be interested in the great exhibition.
This is Cyrus. It's happening.
Well, why is he so freaked out now? It's kind of weird.
It's not, don't worry. I'll explain it all to you later over a nice cup of tea, Bruno.
It's kind of weird. I was just curious a second ago. Okay, I think we're gonna have to go upstairs. No, we have to look at what we found. Okay, what's on that? It looks like layers of thick canvas with a thick rubber lining of sort. That's what she said. I've never seen anything like it before. But applying Mr. Sholmes' methods, you might deduce it was part of a raincoat worn by someone who really didn't want to get wet. And the charring must have occurred when the person was struck by lightning. Or maybe not. Okay, nothing more. What about this thing? What? Oh, we can't use the crank? Okay. Yeah, very intriguing, all that. It is a crossbow. A foldable crossbow. Okay. Let's move up there. Can we move up there? Oh, we can't. We cannot. Oh, maybe you can. We can. Oh, these stairs obviously lead to the stage above. We should go up there and investigate the exact spot where the experiment was being conducted. 22nd of October. The Great Exhibition Grounds. Experimentation stage. Sounds like some kind of very big speaker. Looks. So that is it? That's it, is it? The machine that blew up?
Oh, it must have been a magnificent explosion, and I've seen my fair share.
You've seen things like this before, you mean?
Of course.
Hurley's always doing experiments that end in a bang.
Oh, in fact, in his own words, explosions are the very essence of chemistry. Ah, he might not be so wrong.
Ah, that might explain the smell of burning that frequently comes wafting up the stairs. Wafting? Huh?
One time, he made something that exploded with such force, it took the roof off the building.
Really? What?
Oh, I wish you'd been there to see it, Bruno.
Oh, it's hard to get too excited about that, given that it's now leaving the roof.
Well, anyway, that's enough about that. It's time to investigate.
Oh, Gregson over there. Oh, look, Gregson's over there. I just said that. He seems to be deep in thought about something, whilst eyeing up the machine carefully.
Oh, really? He just looks confused to me.
Okay, it's time to examine everything. Nice. Can you see that movement? Wow. I mean, the 3D environments really add something to the game. It tripped itself apart magnificently, didn't it? Magnificently? Really?
Oh, magnificently and mercilessly.
So someone stands in the middle of the machine to be disassembled? And then beamed through the air?
Yes, beamed. Not blasted. That's the point.
Ah yes, that part's crucial. That part's crucial, really. Oh, is something like that even possible, though, Iris?
Oh, Bruno, I'm just a child. How should I know?
I don't know. A child when it sits you mean?
From what I can tell, if you were to pull this...
Stop! Don't touch that!
Oh, that was practically instantaneous kinesis the way you flew over just now, Grexy.
Please, your ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you, but I can't let you touch anything up here.
Oh, so sorry. You can have some of my latest blend to make up for it.
Oh, wonderful. This stuff really is wonderful. It's just like old times, this is... We are representing Professor Hairbrain in court tomorrow, Inspector.
So we should be allowed to examine the scene.
Listen, Sunshine. Even I'm not allowed to touch anything up here. Is that blasted special dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act to blame? It's serving me putty.
Serving putty?
Wait, what? Does it mean what I think it means?
What?
Oh yes, that special dispensation. The professor mentioned that too. More red tapes, all we need. I don't know what the government thinks it's playing out sometimes.
But we are allowed to just look, aren't we?
Hey?
Surely that's alright, isn't it, Grexy?
Oh, of course, your ladyship. Anything you say, your ladyship. But please don't get your dainty hands dirty, will you?
Oh, don't worry. We wouldn't dream of touching anything, would we, Bruno?
Oh, she really knows how to get what she wants. Alright, can we talk at least? What do you have to say? Government policy. No. Government policy. Using high voltage electricity to somehow
disassemble a man's body and then beam him across the crystal tower. It's an extraordinary thing to attempt, especially in public.
True. It was by far the most unusual of the experiments planned for the exhibition. Mind?
To be honest, I'm a bit surprised it was allowed. Carrying out something so dangerous with so many spectators. Present, I mean. Spectators. Yeah.
The government's doing everything it can to promote new science and technology at the moment. They're more worried about being ahead of the game than the odd spot of public safety infringements. If they can be the first to develop some new technology, it makes Britain more powerful in the future, you see?
Oh yes, I suppose that's true. In a way.
So the powers that be are placing a heavy emphasis on scientists' rights at the moment.
Oh, what sort of rights?
They're making it so that any theories the brains have, even their hair brains, remain the legal property, as it were. Right through developing it into a practical idea and even going into production. Which is the infuriating reason us coppers aren't allowed to touch this crime scene. Because the new highfalutin special dispensation for scientific equipment Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act forbids it.
Ah, I see now.
The only people with permission to investigate here are from some brand new department at the Yard. The Forensic Investigation Team is called. We've been relegated to keeping guard.
The Forensic Investigation Team. The F-Team.
Any old fool can see that this heap of scrap metal was a sham to begin with. But just because it says scientific equipment on the paperwork, we can't do a flaming thing with it.
Oh, poor Crexy. He's very het up, isn't he? Special dispensation. Remind me again. Het? Wait, what? Het? He's very het up. Het up? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either. This game. Wait, let me check. Oh, I don't know if I got the dictionary. Oh, I got a dictionary on this. On my tablet. Merriam-Webster. I'll give you something to look at. Het. I don't know. Well, oh, the dictionary says it means heterosexual. I'm not sure that's what she means. Or maybe I should look in on the Urban Dictionary. It's not gonna help. A Scot word for hot, archaic or dialect, a past tense and a past participle of heat. Okay. Oh well. Guess they spent quite a lot of effort translating this game. But they actually did that for the first one as well. And I guess the other ones. All the other ones. Yeah, the vocabulary. Vocabulary. Oh, I'm getting mixed up in my... accentuations. winemaker. What's this new legal act that means we're not allowed to touch the scene here?
Oh, I haven't met Ari Sunshine. It's a special dispensation for our Scientific Equipment Act.
Oh, yes. I think Hurley mentioned that recently. With a real twinkle in his eye, as I remember. Wait, is he part of the investigation team?
Oh, I'm sure he did, Your Ladyship. I'm sure he did. Past especially for this great exhibition it was. All scientists have to do is present their ideas or inventions to some suits in the civil service. And if it gets rubber stamped, that's a guarantee of rights to maintain the invention's confidentiality.
What does that really mean?
Think about it. Think of all the world-changing new inventions on display every day at this exhibition. Although, a good half of them are a load of cobblers, if you ask me, but put forwards by shammers like yourself.
What? Thanks for that. Oh, I love how absurd some of the inventions here are. It's also fun. It's like le concours d'épines, apparently.
Oh, might be fun to you, but a member of the force has to be present at every single demonstration. Can you imagine, eh? Hang science, that's what I say.
Oh, I don't think so. That sounds like my dream job.
Oh, you'd soon think otherwise after spending a day guarding all these shammers bogus contraptions.
Oh, but if they're all bogus, how can anyone hope to demonstrate them? There'd be no point.
Yeah, well, there is a point hardly.
Sorry?
Thanks to another of our government's bright ideas. If any theory or invention is deemed to show potential, the government hands out a research grant.
The scientist gets funding?
Exactly. And that's what they're all after. All these shammers coming from far and wide to clog up Hyde Park. And who has to keep them all safe, eh? Who has to smile politely and welcome them? Us scoffers. That's who. So you can see why I say it now, can't you? Hang science. Hang it.
Oh, maybe I can see your point. Professor Hairbrain. Hot Hairbrain. Apparently Professor Hairbrain lives and works in Germany now, conducting his research.
Oh, that's right. Came back to Britain especially for the Great Exhibition, as I understand it. And probably after one of the government's research grants.
Oh, actually, we learned something else about the professor earlier today. About his time in further education. It turns out he was at university with someone we both know. Lord Van Ziegs.
What's that? Oh, that's news to me. But if Van Ziegs wants the prosecution, then as the accused, the professor's fate is
sealed? Oh, because the Reaper will get him one way or another?
Oh, blimey. That man's beyond me. I know what goes on in that head of his.
He's putting his chip in his pockets. I don't know if that's very wise.
Talking of Van Ziegs, this morning's paper runs a story of him being attacked. Read that?
Oh yes, but Mr. Reaper is completely fine. Nothing to worry about.
Yes, right. Glad to hear it. Still, the Reaper. How long's that business gonna keep up, I wonder?
I kind of wonder about this kind of contractions. I wouldn't place one there.
How long is that business gonna keep, I wonder?
The mystery of the Reaper. The victim of this case, the investor, Mr. Assman. He was another of the Reaper's victims. Or so I heard.
Lord Baron Van Zeeks is a top-class prosecutor. But even he can't always push the right verdict through. Sometimes, justice can't win.
Oh yes, I heard about jurors being bribed and evidence being falsified. And that's how the notion of the Reaper of the Bailey came about, isn't it?
Obviously, Scotland Yard suspected Van Zeeks initially. We all assumed he was taking matters into his own hands if he failed to seal the deal in court.
Although the man himself denies that charge.
Well, we've done a very thorough investigation. The conclusion we've reached is that Lord Van Zeeks is in no way related to the death of those people outside the courtroom.
But what about the ones inside?
There's no question in my mind. I'd stake my reputation on it, I would.
But if that's true, then how do you explain it? All those defendants couldn't just have coincidentally died if nobody killed them.
I know that, but I can't explain it. It's a mystery after all, isn't it? That's the whole point of the Reaper.
Professor Harebrain mentioned something else. He said that at university, Lord Van Zeeks was a totally different person. Easygoing and kind. Can you believe it?
What?
He says it was after they both graduated that something happened to change the man. Do you have any idea what it was? Oh, gossip time.
No clue.
Oh, really? I feel like he has a clue. Really? Oh, yeah, exactly what I said.
Look, I got my hands full of watching over this frustrating crime scene. Why don't you go and make a nuisance of yourself elsewhere, eh?
Okay, well, that's all we're gonna get now. Alright, what do we have here? Okay, we already looked at the machine up there. Wait, no, we didn't. That amazing horn-shaped device is pointing towards the crystal tower. I suppose once people are disassembled by the machine, they're shot out of the thing to wherever they're going. Yeah. Hence the phrase, beam me up, Scotty. Oh, I don't think it was supposed to shoot anything, Runa. It was set up to beam people to the crystal tower, where they'd be reconstructed in their original form. Well, I don't like the look of it. If it wasn't if it was as amazing as it looks, the accident wouldn't have happened in the first place, of course. No, I suppose that's true, yes. Oh, but nothing ever goes according to plan, does it? Yeah, it's never easy. What's that? Considering how bad damaged everything is, Professor Harebrain was lucky to escape unscathed. Let's say. Oh
we should have a good look around the machine while we can, I think. Don't touch anything and I'll make sure I kill you before I get strung up myself. You hear?
I won't touch the thing, I promise. So please, spare a thought for your suggestions. Digestion. Oh, the man is hate eating as well. Again.
Anyway, do you really think this machine could actually disassemble people like the professor claims? He asked, looking totally incredulous. Give it to us, Sunshine. If we're allowed to examine all this breeding scrap metal, maybe we could answer that question. But we can't, can we?
Oh, because of the annoying rules, you mean?
Exactly, the annoying, obstructive, flaming rules.
Oh, look at the base of the machine there. Oh yes, there's a tool of some kind poking through the wire mesh.
Really? Where? Where is it? It's a screwdriver, I think. The handle is shaped like a A. Is that supposed to mean anything?
Oh, isn't it a lovely one? The handle is in shape of a capital letter A. Oh, well, it does seem to mean something. Okay.
It is? Ah, yes, you're right. Oh, what's the matter with you? Don't touch anything, I said. Touch anything and I'll make sure I kill you before I get strung up myself, I said.
Yes, I understand, sorry. But I only touched it a teeny weeny bit. She did it. But Grexy, I'm very curious about Screwdriver. Really, very, very curious.
Oh, of course, your ladyship. Oh, you're so clever. Your ladyship. Fancy spotting something like this. But I'm afraid I can't let you have it.
Oh, but Runo found it first.
I'll show you. I'll investigate it thoroughly. Oh, he's gone off with it.
That was very mean, I'm afraid. Inspector Gregson is going to make a very clumsy and embarrassing mistake in next month's installment now.
Oh, poor Grexy. So he's kind of right to act like that. Is that the Taj Mahal? What? There are all sorts of strange buildings here. The great exhibition grounds, aren't there? I seem to remember something similar being exhibited in Japan one time. It looks Russian. Oh, it might be. Oh, yeah. Yeah, with the colors and all.
Oh, in your country, Runo. I do wish I could go and see it. I'd present a particularly steely samurai with a present of one of Hurley's stories I'd written especially.
Oh, it's a callback to the first game. The Steel Samurai.
And see if I can get Hurley into a jam against some Bartistu Master Ninjas.
Bartistu? Bartitsu? Bartitsu? What's that?
Might not find as many of those sorts of people around as you think. Oh, well, that's dull.
Oh, but I do know a prosecutor with a Chonmage top knot I could introduce you to.
Oh, a Chonmage, really? Or do you think I could have my picture taken with him? Do you?
A selfie? Assuming he's recovered from the trim Kazuma gave him a year ago? Oh yeah. big wheel. What is that gigantic thing over there? It looks like an enormous water wheel.
Oh, that's a Ferris wheel. There'll be people riding inside those little cabins you can see.
Why?
Well, they rotate nice and slowly, so it's a wonderful way to see the surrounding scenery.
Wait, it's turning? But it looks completely still. Oh man. Naruhodo-san, I think you need glasses.
Yes, that's because it's turning so slowly. One complete revolution takes about half an hour.
I think at the pace it's rotating now, it's not going to take half an hour. Or would it? No, it wouldn't. If you're mad enough to go in one, it would be more fun to whiz around fast, don't you think? I don't know why they made it move then. They could have just left it not moving.
Oh, I feel as though you might have just invented a new sort of ride there, Yuruno.
Ah yeah. Runo, the great inventor of the fast wheel. So there's nothing more to look at? Is that all? Really? The balloons? Oh yeah. So, those are people carrying balloons, dangling silently in the skies over London. I always thought the day would come when humans would discover how to fly. But I never imagined it would involve them being suspended from colorful floating temari handballs. Temari handballs? What's a temari handball? Temari? Temari ball. What is it? I'm gonna have to look at the English version of that. Temari, it's a toy. Temari balls are a folk art form of Japanese craft, originating in China and introduced to Japan around the 7th century. Temari means handball, so it's a handball in Japanese. Balls made from embroidery may be used in handball games and other such similar games. Okay. But with the addition of a hand strap and a tassel, it can serve as an accessory for a kimono, as a kimono bag. What's a tassel? Okay. Alright. All of this is very emotional.
Oh, I'm sure it must feel amazing, being up there among the clouds. Let's take a ride together, Runo, please.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I would feel nauseous in one of those. Well, if I'm being perfectly honest, I would like to try it. But without a cast iron guarantee that the thing won't plummet to the ground, I'm too scared.
Oh well, in that case, I should tell you what Hurley said. It's physically impossible for a flying balloon to plummet to the ground, as long as it doesn't explode.
Oh, that's reassuring. Wait, it can explode? Oh yes, call me crazy, but I think that exploding part might play on my mind a little. You either fall to death or explode. I think we've seen everything. Not sure what the... Wait, The name of the victim was Asman. Does this mean the screwdriver was his? I don't know. Oh wait, no, because wait. The machine was built by someone else, and we don't know who they are. Oh, okay. I think we're gonna have to go. Can we present something? I don't think we should present anything. Maybe there's a newspaper. Inspector, have you read this paper? Yeah, 2 unwelcome blasts back to back. This one at the exhibition. The Ripper getting attacked. I know. Terrible news to wake up to, wasn't it? I tried to pretend I hadn't read it and turned away for another 40 winks. Thanks to that, I was late up and got a roasting from the supper. The super. Sorry. Some mornings are like that, aren't they? Okay. Well. As a detective, what do you make of this? Nothing, apparently. Personally speaking, 9 times out of 10, I find clues turn out to be red herrings. So there's every chance that's totally irrelevant. Okay. That's actually a very persuasive argument. Persuasive argument. Okay. We should go. But where to? The prison? Oh yeah, we can ask some stuff to... Hey, where is he? What? Where'd he go? He's in prison. He's not supposed to move. No shawls. So what do we have to do then? Lord Van Zieks? Oh, I think he's ignoring you, Bruno. The prosecution and defense should avoid speaking outside of the courtroom, as a rule. So if anyone is being rude here, it's most certainly the man in black here there standing before us. Oh, I see. Well, thank you for setting the record straight. Did you see that? He spoke to me, Bruno. So... Lord Van Zieks, have you managed to visit the Great Exhibition yet? Oh, he's definitely ignoring you. Right, nice either then. Okay, so we don't have anything to do here. Oh, the guy has moved, he's not there anymore. Okay, so we don't have anything to do here. We have anything? We have to... Or maybe we have to show Gregson the stuff we found. Or maybe present her the stuff we found. I don't think... No, she's not gonna have anything to say to her. To us. Okay, let's go upstairs. Okay, we should go upstairs, alright? Present the clues. Oh, that. Oh no, he doesn't like that. Okay, he doesn't care. Okay. What about this one? No, he doesn't care either. Okay, so that's not it. Alright. No. I want the genie. to Gina. What does she make of that? Gina, will you take a look at oh, where did it go? Hey, looking for this auto? When did you do that? Wonder if you got anything else to show me, eh? What do you reckon? Give that back first, please. Okay, she doesn't care. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the same for there. Gina, would you... okay, the same, alright. So not that. Alright. Did we miss something? I don't think we missed anything. We got everything. Oh, we didn't look at that. That's where the cove ended up after is instant kinesis, or whatever they call it. Dead, of course. And yet, they're calling the experiment a success? What's the wooden scaffold there for? The coppers, our lads, set that up after the incident happened. To get the body down, I think. Don't know really. Why didn't you help to erect the scaffold then? No, lookout duty is more than my thing. Wandering around the exhibition and keeping a lookout for the fun stuff. Oh, mine Gregson doesn't hear you saying that. Oh, he'll give you the boot. It's incredible though, isn't it? I mean, could the victim really have bridged that gap by some sort of invisible kinesis? Oh, Bruno, listen! What? What is it? I've been thinking. Hurley might know something, mightn't he? Mightn't he? Okay. About what? About Mr. Reaper. About what happened to Lord Van Zeeks, you mean? Because it sounds like something very significant occurred about after he graduated from university. Something that completely changed his life. Or maybe, but I have no idea where to find Mr. Sholmes at the moment. He's in the middle of some big case, isn't he? Oh, here! This is what you need! Madame Tuspells? What is that? What's this? Some kind of entrance ticket? Madame Tuspells? Is this supposed to mean something to me? Oh, you don't know of it? It's the most popular attraction in London at the moment. It's very close to Baker Street, actually. We could go now if you like. And no, we don't have time for visiting attractions today, Iris. We have a big trial tomorrow. Oh, but that's where Harry is. What? At this popular London attraction? Yes. How is it that you know where he is? Harry told me, but he told me to keep it a secret from you, Bruno. What? Madame Tuspells? I don't see how it could be related to the case we're investigating here, but then stranger things have happened, and when they happen, Mr. Sholmes is usually at the heart of them. Okay, we have to go there then. Well, okay, so we know we've seen everything we had to see. October 22nd, Madame Tuspells, Museum of Waxworks. Ooh, it's gonna be scary. I was thinking that with the system you know, in the launcher package 2, we could make the triggers to this kind of story. What is that? Wait, I feel like the murders. What is this place? Look at these terrifying scenes. But why are all the people so still? Guillotines? Ruthless murderers? I know what I'll be dreaming about tonight. Oh, they're all wax models. They're amazingly realistic, aren't they? Well, when you see one up close, they're usually aren't that realistic, but alright. What do you think, Bruno? Shocked? Wax models? I read about the dead bodies in wax once in a magazine about strange phenomena. Depending on how corpses are kept after death, part of them can turn to wax, apparently. What? Is that so? Oh, it's called adiposia. Adiposia? What? Stop talking about creepy things like that, Bruno. You're scaring me. Anyway, adiposia doesn't form readily, you know. It's only... Ah! What now? I've just remembered something else I read in another magazine about strange phenomena. There was an old lady, maybe a witch, who used to pour molten wax over corpses and put them on display. None of the exhibits in here are real. They're all entirely man-made replicas. Oh, they can't be. Do you really expect me to believe that? Just look at them. Oh. There's no way anybody could make models of people that are this realistic. There's even sharps over there. Look. And they're all such gruesome scenes. Look at this man and his coat. And the goggles. Wait. I know this man. Oh, what is it? Oh, no. I must be seeing things. Hey, what's that? That big heavy curtain is in a very prominent position, isn't it? I have a nasty feeling there's going to be something truly terrifying behind it. Oh yes, that's the famous Jasper special exhibit. It depicts one of England's most notorious killers. Do you want to pay the extra fee and have a look? Pay more money? To be even more terrified? Oh, let me think about that for a moment. Oh, there's only a suggestion. What about that hand? Whose hand is that? Is this an arm? Oh, it looks like an arm, doesn't it? Maybe one of the waxwork models has fallen over. You don't think it could be the work of one of the mass murderers in here, do you? Bruno, stop scaring me. Is it a wax arm? Or a real one? Oh, come on, you're always pointing that finger of yours in court. Poke that arm now and see how it feels. Objection! Please do not touch the statues. Okay.
Is this some infamous murder? Yes, called Jane the Ripper. All her victims were young women. Or they could have made the switch for young men. I knew it. You can tell by the way she's holding that knife. Sure thing of a murder. Well, yes. Ah! What's the matter, Runa? I've worked it out. I know what she's doing. She's trying to fill that bathtub with blood so she can have a soak in her victim's gore. Oh, not according to the information about the exhibit on the little board here. It didn't mention anything about the bathtub. Really? Well, why did they put the bathtub there then? Sorry, I don't think it's significant. Well, they did put one there, so it must be. I still think it has to be there for a reason. Yeah. Has to be. Wait, can't we look at those guys? Statues available. Please inquire. These models are so well made. I can't tell what's a waxwork and what's a real human. Or maybe all the exhibits are real people. And when it's closing time and all the visitors have gone home, they suddenly start moving about. Just thinking about it makes me wish it was closing time already and I was on my way home. Is this an example of Western tsujigiri? Tsujigiri? What's tsujigiri? Oh man, we have to look at English words and Japanese one. Tsujigiri. Tsujigiri is a Japanese term for literary crossroad killings. Is a Japanese term for a practice when a samurai, after receiving a new katana or developing a new fighting style of weapon, tests its effectiveness by attacking a human opponent, usually a random defenseless passerby. What? In many cases during nighttime, the practitioners themselves are also referred to as tsujigiri. Wow, those guys, they didn't care. I don't know what that is. Oh, you know when an unscrupulous samurai randomly attacks a passerby to test his sword? Oh, I still don't know. No. But actually, a waxwork samurai would probably be hugely popular. Could you model it? Do you think, Runa? Doing that tsujigiri thing you mentioned? You need to go? Okay, have a good day. Blackish shoe. Thanks for being around, for coming by. Well, I do have a sword, but I have no intention of testing how sharp it is on a human subject. For now, at least. Oh, they've got a very good model of Sholmes over there. Who is it? The great detective, Mr. Harold Sholmes. Oh, Mr. Sholmes has his own wax statue in here? Really? Oh, well, he is world famous after all. It's an uncanny resemblance, isn't it?
It makes my skin crawl to look at it. Ah, I feel... Oh, it's good, but I don't know. The face could have been a bit better, maybe? I know! But look, Bruno, he can kick this hurley, and he doesn't have a... and he doesn't move a muscle. What? You can't go around kicking the exhibit service? Wait... It just moved, I'm sure. And not just a little bit either. Really? Did it? Don't blink. And look closely. There are beds of sweat on the face of this waxwork model. Shall we move on, Iris? Over there, look. That's a great murder scene to enjoy. Much more appealing.
Hold it!
Oh, my dear fellow, I take exception to your recording in such a manner, as if you've seen something truly abhorrent. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, I knew it. Iris, what possessed you? I strictly forbade you from divulging my temporary waxwork secret to Mr. Naruhodo. Temporary waxwork? What do you mean? That kick, could you not have exercised a little more restraint? You winded me. Oh, but Bruno has something he needs to ask you. Ah, a question. And I thought you'd probably getting bored too. So here we are. Wait, he's playing... What? He's pretending to be a statue of himself? What's he doing here? What is he doing here? Well, I can't deny that your timing was impeccable. A minute more being stationary like that. And my great brain, upon which all my success has been built, would have turned to wax. Oh, thank goodness we arrived in time. Indeed, in many ways, the pair of you just saved the world from an unimaginable loss. Unimaginable loss. Oh, Harley, you do like to talk nonsense, do you? He could know something, it's true. About Lord Van Zieks and what happened in the past to change him. Oh, now that you're here, let's take our time. How can I be of assistance? For you're in luck. I'm suddenly quite taken with the idea of conversing. Oh, well, actually, I'm in quite a hurry. I'm also in a hurry. I'm gonna have to go to bed. Oh, and if my eyes don't deceive me, I believe something is afoot within the walls of this very museum. A most fascinating case, if I'm not mistaken. It's afoot. Really? Moreover, I have a strong suspicion that it is related to the matter about which you've come to me now. But how could it be? We haven't even told you what it was. Wish to speak again presently, my dear fellow, but for now, I must return to my work. What? Back to being a temporary waxwork exhibit? What? Madame Dustbells. What is this place? Madame Tusswells came to London from France 3 years ago, I understand. Since she opened this little waxworks museum last year, it's enjoyed great popularity in London. And there are museums like this in Japan too, But these displays are something else. I mean, they aren't made from actual real people, are they? The extreme realism of this waxworks model is a particular secret of the Taspel family, they say. They earned renown during the French Revolution for waxworks of victims of the guillotine. That sounds grim. The gruesome scenes were portrayed with such realism in the expression of the faces of the condemned.
Well, apparently, the sculptors would make the models directly from the corpses, right there, at the site of the execution.
That really turns my stomach. That's just one of several legends about the Tassels family. Whether there's any truth to it, I couldn't say. But anyway, this museum houses models of famous people from all over the globe. Nevertheless, the most popular area of the museum by quite some margin is this House of Horrors. House of Horrors? Of course, visitor numbers are dwindling now as a result of the Great Exhibition. But people usually flock here to see the exhibits of some of London's most vile criminals and their gruesome work. Naturally, most of the miscreant portraits here were sent to the gallows. So they're even stiffer now than the models of them. Have you heard of poor taste? Oh, my dear fellow, the public leave for poor taste. They yearn to be shocked. So, the hideous exhibits in here are...
Oh, they're all portrayals of real events that actually took place.
Is it just me? Or did the temperature in here just seem to drop? Anyway, I advise you not to think too deeply about what you see here. Wait, what? Oh, he's back to being a waxwork, is he? Temporary waxwork. What about that? What do you mean by temporary waxwork, Mr. Sholmes? Exactly what you see. I'm part of the exhibits here, catching these criminals in the act. Catching them? Every half an hour. I home in on a different killer in one of the displays and adapt a new pose to ensnare him. Or her. When members of the public come for a closer look, I offer them my hand to shake. For a shilling, I'll happily allow them to take a photograph with us. Us? Does it mean him and the waxwork murderers in here? But why, Mr. Sholmes? My dear fellow, isn't it obvious? For the money. What? He really rolled at me there. Very fitting for the House of Horrors. As it stands, I may struggle to pay this month's rent, and I have the ravenous iris to consider.
Oh, Harry, I'm so hungry.
If push comes to shoves, I shall have to ask you to do your bit, Mr. Naruhodo. What's he threatening to rope me into now? So, with that in mind, how about a photograph? As a special treat, you may have your pick of the murderers and scoundrels in here. The choice is yours. Oh, maybe some other time? Remember, Mr. Naruhodo, ignore me at your peril.
back to being a waxwork again. Is it just me, or did his final remarks there sound a lot like a curse? Something to ask you. Hmm. Well, what is it you'd like to ask me then? Actually, it's about Lord Van Zeeks. Ah, our friend Mr. Ripper. How did you find him? Well, I trust. And so, I filled Mr. Sholmes in about everything I'd learned. About Lord Van Zeeks. About Professor Harebrain. About the strange coincidence that they had been at university together. So I'm wondering what it was that happened to make Lord Van Zeeks such a different person. Oh, I was sure that you'd know, Hurley. Oh, he does know. You said there was something going on here in this exhibit hall before. That something was afoot. And that you believed it was related to what I wanted to ask you about. Mr. Sholmes? He suddenly clammed up. What's going on? Well, it seems we've reached greetings. What? Oh. Oh, hello? Where did she appear from? And what's she wearing? Could she look any more mysterious? Is it a witch? I hope you're appreciating my museum. Sorry, have we, Oh, Mr. Sholmes, do you know this? What? Not again. Oh, my apologies. I asked Meredith's dust bowls. This is my museum of waxwork. What? You? You're the Madame Dustbells? Bien sûr. Though only 26 years young, I might add. Is that significant somehow? I'm a madam in name only. It adds a certain je ne sais quoi. Right. Oh, firstly, I must apologize for my waxworks, or rather, one waxwork in particular. I don't know how to make a French accent. Firstly, I must apologize for my waxworks, or rather, one waxwork in particular. Oh, that will be Mr. Sholmes then. Oh, I was led to believe he was a great detective, but he seems unable to settle. Next time you move from the designated exhibit, there will be toilet trouble. Oh dear. Oh, she sounds deadly serious. Well, she sounds deadly and serious. That's a problem. How am I supposed to ask Mr. Sholmes about Lord Van Zeeks now? Oh, let's not forget that what Hurley said before. About something being afoot. Right here in the museum, I mean. Oh yes, I know, but... I'm so curious. I want to know what's happening here. Haven't we got enough on our plate already? Oh, we'll have to talk to her. Waxworks. Did you make all these waxworks, Madame Tasmals? Oh, I did. And the third generation of waxworks artisans, you know? Gosh! It was my grandmother who began the tradition in my family. Her fortunes were checkered, living through the turbulent times of the French Revolution as she did. Though, that is, when she acquired the savoir-faire that leads to astonishing lifelikeness. Wait, the French Revolution? Her grandmother? 1780... Oh yeah, 89. Oh yeah, that's like 60 years ago. All these waxworks really do look as though they're alive. In fact, they look more alive than Hurley. Oh, what you see exhibited here represent the most atrocious of London's criminal past. All the waxworks who were created in the presence of the real people on which they were modelled. In the hours immediately following their executions. That is the secret of the extraordinary lifelessness. That sounds terrifying. All walks of life have similar challenges, I'm sure. To carry out one's trade par excellence, one must go to extraordinary lengths. My exhibits are a reflection of society. I create only that which the public wishes to see. Oh, why couldn't the public have wished for something less horrifying? Oh, do not fear. Sorry? This room is the only one in the museum with such a macabre theme. I do hope you'll explore. There are models of famous singers, actors, politicians. Something for every taste, I hope. It was Iris who dragged me straight in here, come to think of it. Sorry, perhaps I should have eased you into things. For detective waxwork. What's the situation with that? Ah, my temporary waxwork model. He approached me some days ago, you see, with a business proposal. Oh, what sort of proposal? My dear madam, what this sparse exhibits need is the addition of a world-famous great detective. Words to that effect. Ah. And naturally, I am well aware that Mr. Soames is widely known in London as a talented detective. Oh, it's great detective actually. He's very specific about it. Ah yes, the creme de la creme. So I was keen to come to some arrangement with him. Of course. But sadly, we're unable to agree terms. Oh, let me guess. Someone wanted to charge an exorbitant price for his services? For a mere £500, I would dive into your cauldron of wax this very moment. Words to that effect. Well, Mr. Soames might have overdone it slightly with this sales pitch. Regrettably, the museum has a shortage of funds at the moment, due to unforeseen circumstances. So we came to the current arrangements instead. Oh, surely he doesn't really need to do what he's doing though. Does he? Oh, I would think not. But he was very insistent. I have a 50 shilling problem.
That must be resolved at the morning.
Or worse to that effect. Oh, it's the pawnbroker, that's what it is. He must have something to redeem.
Oh, is the consulting detective work not going so well? Something is afoot.
There's something weird about her outfit. Is she hiding a pregnancy? It's weird. I wonder, could I ask you something?
Oh, bien sûr.
I'm just curious. Is anything going on in the museum at the moment? Some kind of incident, perhaps? Whoever suggested such a thing to you? Oh, well, it was, your temporary waxwork over there, who mentioned to me a little, what? Where did it go? Oh, he's disappeared. A wax model is a work of art, not some tawdry object of trade. Ah. Oh, there you are. Oh, leaving the exhibit again when you should be working. Do you wish to be melted down?
My dear Madame Tusples, save your reprimands. There are more pressing concerns. Wax can wait. Some ideas about your current problem we must throw into the melting pot instead.
Huh.
Personally, I would advise you not to involve the police.
Why ever not? She's turned as white as a sheet.
Because you have at your disposal a good detective, whose services you may employ for a mere 50 shillings. Though please, be aware that I prefer, no, I insist upon payment in advance.
Farewell. Let us see if the great detective is able to live up to his name, shall we?
Before I engage my analytical processes, I must ask you to clarify something. What, pray, is behind the curtain?
Oh, that is a Tuspel special exhibit. There is an extra charge to see it.
Ah, the special exhibit in the House of Horrors. It must depict a special killer then, I presume. Would you be so kind as to draw back the curtain, I wonder?
Oh, absolutely no. There's nothing amiss behind there.
Nothing amiss, madam. No, nothing amiss, madame. What are the arm protruding ominously from under the curtain?
Ah.
I strongly encourage you to allow me to see what lies beyond, before the situation worsens.
Oh yes, farewell. I will draw back the curtains, but only as a soupçon.
Okay, I can understand the French words that easy. Number 139. Oh, I must confess I peeked behind the curtain earlier. The Tuspel special exhibit is a very bleak graveyard scene indeed. And yet, somewhat surprisingly, the waxwork killer one would expect is nowhere to be seen. What does strike one, however, It's a portly gentleman lying peacefully on his back on the floor. Who is this man?
Well, then perhaps Mr. Sholmes? That man on the floor is the ruthless killer himself.
I'm afraid not, my dear fellow. He's a perfectly ordinary London gentleman. Not even waxwork, in fact.
Wait, haven't we seen this man before?
What? As skillfully made as these waxworks are, they're always distinguishable from real humans. So, allow me to present my two conclusions. The first is that sizable business transaction has been taking place in this special exhibit. A sizable business transaction.
Oh, why? Why would you say that?
And the second is that the aforementioned transaction is linked to a serious crime.
Ah. I like her style. She looks as pale as candle wax. I don't understand.
So, Madame Taspels, as you've agreed to my fee, you shall now have the pleasure of seeing this famously great detective and temporary exhibit at work. For detection, the game is afoot. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I think we're gonna have to stop here because we'll do the grid detection next time. Sorry. I'm sorry, guys. We're gonna have to stop here. I didn't know how long it would be. Oh well, I don't know. Seems to be all new stuff. Well, after the previous case, though, they need to do something a bit more relaxed. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for being here with me tonight. As always, please take care and stay safe. We're probably gonna continue that tomorrow. So I hope to see you tomorrow then. Bye.